Just very quickly, I want to explain that this isn't for my nerves today. I'm suffering from vertigo, so I need something to hold on to. So, thank you. Last year, a young man by the name of Thomas Kelly was enjoying a night out in King's Cross with his friends. Thomas Kelly was set upon a group of youth and eventually lost his life as a result of that assault. What is the government doing to address alcohol-related harm that emanates from licensed premises? That's what I want to tell you about today, but more specifically, what my office is doing and my unit in particular. I work for the Office of Liquor, Gaming and Racing, a state government agency. We regulate the sale of alcohol, we regulate gaming, the casino, gaming machines in hotels and clubs, the racing industry and the charities industry. My unit in particular, the Liquor Accord Delivery Unit, comprises of 5 officers at the best of times. We're down to 2 at the moment. We oversee the state of New South Wales, the licensed venues of which there are around 16,000. What I do is encourage licensees, predominantly late traders such as your hotels, your clubs and your nightclubs, to come together at a meeting such as this one today on a regular basis, such as quarterly or monthly, if there is a high number of issues in that particular area. And it's a voluntary process, and it's about looking at the statistics for their area and how can they address them collectively, showing a united front. There's extensive research that I'm required to do in my job in order to make this as effective as possible. Because the 150 liquor accords throughout the state, for example, Surrey Hills, there's a liquor accord, City Central, there's one in Campbelltown, there's one in Lightning Ridge and in Dubbo. Each of those areas have different issues. They may be Indigenous issues, they may have issues with young people. So in order for me to get a grasp on each of those areas, I look at the BOXAR statistics. I can never remember what that name stands for. Bureau of Crime and Statistics and Research. Because those statistics paint a picture of what is happening in a particular area, such as Surrey Hills, for example. It will tell me the number of alcohol-related incidences in and around licensed venues, because we do not deal with what is happening in the home, because our legislation doesn't encapsulate that. I also look at the density research that our department coordinates. So we take a look at how does a number of venues in a particular suburb impact on the population. So we're looking at the ratio. And I also look at, we have a declared premises list. So this is like the top 200 shame file. At the top, the Ivy, because the Ivy, it's not in the right order. But for example, the Ivy the last few years is consistently number 1 because of the number of assaults that are occurring in their venue. People throwing punches, glassings. So my job is to see what can be done to address those specific issues. How can I encourage licensees to come together to show that united front? I also need to look at who else can I involve in these committees. So I contact the local police. I speak to them. I contact the industry associations. We've got the Australian Hoteliers Association, Restaurant and Caterers. On that note, I need to say, restaurants do not see themselves as part of the issue. They do not take ownership that they are part of the problem. People start drinking somewhere. So that's a challenge that we face. I also talk to the local councils and to the local area health services to see what is already being done there, because we have limited resources and funding. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I need to see what's already being done out there. Can we tap into it? Can we get them to become a stakeholder in these committees? I also research what's being done interstate and overseas. So I look at our sister agency websites, and I also look at what's being done in New Zealand, for example. New Zealand has got this fabulous guide which provides a range of hints at what can be done at an individual level or collectively. Then we call a meeting, the stakeholders, the licensees in the area, and we talk about, all right, I give a presentation on what I perceive the issues to be based on the statistics and my research, and we talk about solutions. City North, for example, the Rocks, they have an issue with lots of intoxicated people who've become drunk elsewhere, turning up on the doorsteps of places like the establishment, trying to get admission. It's against the law to admit someone that's intoxicated. So City North has a policy. If you are seen drinking on approach, you will not be admitted. And this is one of the resources that we've developed in order to assist them. Then it's about getting publicity, getting it out there in the community, what licensees are doing, the work that we are doing. It's about recognition. So I hope that today I've painted a picture about some of the work that is being done out there. Thank you.